Hey y'all, YouTube, this is the Asphalt Cowboy. Let me turn this off there. Asphalt Cowboy, well known as Bear Wolf. Usually, lately, he's been Asphalt Cowboy because I've been running a lot. I'm here in Kansas City, Missouri, and they're expecting, right now it's snowing. A winter blizzard, but it's all good. Hopefully I could get this turned on here so I could do my windshield. Excuse for the beeping. I don't know if you guys could tell here that it's snowing. It started to snow. First it rained, then it hailed. Went from rain, hail, now it's snowing. And this is pretty cool, man. I haven't been in Kansas City for a while. I went from Pennsylvania to Chicago, but I spent Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. No drama, but it's all good. To take it as it was, because other than that, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I did, although I spent time away from family, trying to earn that buck or earn that 50 cents after taxes. Don't want to get into political, but it's what it is. It's probably 25 cents now. But other than that, get that switched around here. Other than that, here on a reset, I said my reset started it yesterday afternoon or so, and it won't be over until probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. But I put it till Monday morning because it's gonna be hard for me to go to sleep now to be up at that time. Yeah, that's usually how I am anyways, sorry for the dark circles. Just been a little tired. Just been running my, backside off. And I'm surprised I still have an ass because how much I've been running. Try to get that money, get that potential. That's what it is about being a trucker, to earn that potential money, 2 years in, starting my third, I think I started my third year already, going into my third. But other than that,
I'll be truck once you hit the shoulder and go ahead and just stop, man. There's a little bit of snow bothers you. You don't need to go any further west, that's for sure.
yeah, I've been listening to CB all day. Now they have, I think they said the 70 is closed because it's this winter storm. It's moving, punching right through. It should be done by 9 o'clock tonight, as they say. But I haven't been in this area since I was driving for Krusty, CRST, Krusty, and with my co-driver that I dropped off the empty just down the street within about 100 yards of CRST's drop yard, which is a trip because I remember that. I'll tell you a little funny story about that. Last time I was in that Krusty side, that's probably the reason why they're pissed off at me. But I don't think they figured out until I admit to it, which I'm gonna do. I was switching trailers, and the trailer that I was pulling out, or no, actually was putting in, I backed into one of those K-rails, the stone dividers. You see it? Be quiet here, lady. And bent the DOT bumper that's on the back of the trailer. And my co-driver later, a few minutes later after I was doing what I need to do, pre-trip and all, he started laughing because, hey, look at you bit the trailer. So, that company was pissing me off. But it is what it is, right? But other than that, being freshly new in the business at that time, I'm still kind of new, 2 years in, going on my third year. It was, I'm still learning. Like I was just chattering with a few other drivers on the CB to get my CB turned in because it was acting funny when I had it up high here. It was telling me a antenna warning, which is funny. It's not. It's working, but it is what it is. I get to do a couple more tests later because it's a Cobra. I forget what brand. It's a Cobra, but most of you drivers or CB guys know what brand that is. With the LED or whatever you call it, display, all that tells you the clock and all that, the alarm. I like that. Although the classics are fine, and there's better radios like the Galaxy. I could try to do my best to save the extra money on the Galaxies, because instead of doing a 2 to 5 mile range, on the Galaxies I heard you could do a 10-mile range, give or take. It's all depending on how your setup is, right? That's what I understand when I was brain picking with a CB guy, shop guy. I like to pick brains, ask questions. Just like going back to chattering with the guys earlier, trying to get my stuff tuned in, and see if they bark at me because I happen to buy an extra antenna because I had originally this CB tuned in with 2 antennas. One's a Fire Stick and the other one I forget what the brand is, but they're similar brand. Well, to my opinion, they're similar because they have the tuning tip, whatever you call it. And I have to do a few more things onto it that I'm thinking. That was sort of what I'm thinking. You gotta excuse me, I disappeared. And I put one of those spring-loaded. Oh, I got it right here. These things here on the other one I bought. So it would help. In a sense, in my opinion, it would help, especially if you're going into areas where there's, especially on my right side, I tend to clip branches, and I have destroyed a few antennas clipping branches while I was going into a shipper or a receiver, because for some of these, what do you call it, infrastructures or streets or highways, they're not really made for big rigs, especially nowadays big rigs, 53 footers, stuff like that. Back in the day were made for 40 something, 42 I think it is, 42 or 40 footer, something like that. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, you know what, going back, I should have did this when I first started my live. Hit that subscribe button. And this is probably my a little over a month with Southern Refrigerating Transport. Honestly, I like it. There's some issues, just like with any company. There's some issues, at the first get-go, dispatch wasn't communicating when a relay was coming, or a driver coming to relay the load, waking up at 12:30 at night when there's just passed out cold. Or I was asleep, but it was just happened prior to that, I had to get up and take a piss. But still, when the guy was banging on my sleeper, banging on my truck, tell you the truth, I jumped out with a tire, a tire check, not really a tire checker, but with protection. I had a Bowie knife and a tomahawk. Yes, I know how to use them. But I scared the dickens out of him. I swear I thought he peed his pants because he was stuttering. But, that's, forgiven. Well, it's all well and done. But I'm going to put the spring thingy back in my tool bag. Although I never really need any of my tools. But it's always nice to have tools just in case if you can be able to do something without waiting. If you can fix it yourself. But this is what it is. And, this company, they treat me well. Well, there's a Covenant. Covenant owns SRT. You know what? There was some issues back in the day, about, I think it was this company, that a driver, correct me if I'm wrong, I forget his name, I think it was this company that he was on the way home, I guess with a delivery, and he was going to go do some home time, and he was like in Arizona, New Mexico, something like that. In one of those states out there, going to California, and he happened to pull into a rest area or a truck stop. I think it was a rest area, if I remember correctly, because I'm trying to do some of my homework, about companies and stuff like that. And there's always negative about companies, always. No matter what company you do, you YouTube or website, search or whatever, there's always going to be some kind of negativity. More negativity than there is positive. But, as a person, I think it's all depending how you take the negativity. Mind you, I'm still new. You're still fresh. Hey, I'd be the first one to admit. This is my second year, finishing up my second year, going in my third. I don't know hardly anything about trucking. As this, I could do coaching. Pay me to. I noticed that there's some guy. I'm bringing this up because there's a guy somewhere out here on YouTube. He has the same experience as I do, or more or less. He gives coaching and charges for it. And that I think that's jacked up. You don't have much experience as much as I do in trucking. But at the same time, it's good to help a fellow driver, especially a newbie, because to a newbie, which is a newbie that's been in, just barely started out the first couple of months, 5 months, 6 months, or whatever, get less than 6 months, or I say 6 months. 6 months you should know, in a sense, get the idea how to back up, how to pull forward, adjust yourself, not just yourself in your pants, but you know what I mean, adjust to the CDL drivers out there, or ever pulled a trailer, doesn't matter if it's a 18-wheeler or behind a truck or a pickup, 4-wheeler pickup. You know what I mean by, readjusting to get yourself in, get yourself set up. I know a little bit more about backing up, doing, setting myself up to do something. What I'm planning to do, getting a fuel aisle, pulling a pull through, backing up, certain things, but, when it comes to DOT laws, this and that, I don't know all of it. I know enough to help a guy out if he's willing to help out. if he asks, if he knows how to ask, if he's and I hate these personally, like the older cats that have been here doing it for some of you drivers probably heard, or you're the one who does it. I've been doing it for 30 years. Come here. It's like, I don't care if you've been doing it for 3 years, 30 years, or 60 years. Don't come off at me like that. Just say, hey, you all right? You need help? Say, okay, hey, come over here and do this. You know how you stop. You see how you have yourself set up. I'll block this area. Go around. Go around the island. Go around this whatever, and set yourself up. And when you get over here, I'll wave you off. Wave you to stop, and I tell you how to set yourself up, or to see if you can understand how to set yourself up. Then leave yourself room, because the front end I'm going one way to the other. Okay, but to some of you drivers, think you're the big stick. Hey, understand this job is tough. It's hard. But it's just as hard as you make it. But to me, it's once I get from lead the receiver to the shipper, it's easy. Because to me, the 2 years and couple of months or a month or whatever time I've been doing it, how many times I had to back up, pull forward, do this, do that. You can say I did it 100 times. Quite a few times, 500-600 times. So I should have an idea. There's times where myself gets in the way. My brain, I tend to overthink. Because another driver or four-wheeler got me pissed off because this. But you know what? On trying to leave the negative note. That's the way it is. And I just say, since Thanksgiving's all said and done, we're recouping from eating all that turkey and stuffing. I ate turkey in Gary, Indiana, just south. You can say southeast of Chicago. If you guys don't know where that's at, or you can say Gary. There's a couple of TAs within earshot. There's one in Gary. I forgot what exit it is, but there's one in Gary, and there's one in just a couple miles back, a Petro and a TA. I ate at the Petro. Same place. To me, it's the same place. TA and Petro. They're the same outfit, same glove, the same outfit. But I'm glad I pulled into that Petro, because hey, if you guys ever go to that Petro that's from Gary, east of Gary, if you're there in the evening and you see a fine young lady there, African American lady named Linda, hey, show some love, because she's a damn sweetheart. She's a hell of a girl. I'm just saying, she's a great girl. That everybody there is great, but that Linda young lady, that name is of one of my aunts, Auntie Linda, but this young lady, sweetheart, hell of a girl, but give her props, man. Show some love, and if you got the cash. This is me. If you got the cash, and the way she's put it, I'm trying to put it on your heart. If you got the cash, slide her a little bit. It doesn't have to be $40 or $50. Hey, show some love. $5-10. buy her some candy or whatever, because she is a sweetie. And, you know, those sweethearts always like sweets. Believe me, you know, if you have women in your life, you know, majority of them love sweets. I don't like sweets very much, personally. I don't, but it is what it is. And boy, is it snowing now. I don't know if you guys can see that now. I don't know if... But anywho, let me move it off of here. But I just want to say is that, hey, you know, other than that, God bless. I try to be a good Christian. I'm going to read the word in a little bit. But other than that, man, all I ask is keep it between the lines, and the rubber side down, the shiny side up, and rocking and rolling, man. If you guys are a CB, got a CB on your rig, man, just give a holler out to me. You know, if I'm in range, or if we're in range of each other, Asphalt Cowboy. And I usually go by Wolfman. That's my call, or you know, because I gone by Wolf for a long time, a lot longer than Asphalt Cowboy. But people call me a cowboy anyways, because I usually wear my hat and go from there. But other than that, man, I gotta go visit the men's room and head out of here. Not head out of here, because I'm not going anywhere. Okay? But other than that, because my reset's not till tomorrow, finish not till tomorrow, but still. Other than that, man, God bless. Take it easy. Oh, I got something blocking my eye. I just noticed that in the camera here. Something's blocking my... Sorry about that. Any of you veterans out there, sorry about covering the flag up. This is just me. That's my fault. But yeah, there's the flag. And I notice that when I do my videos, it's a mirror reflection. It's like what you guys are looking at, that's on the wrong side, and I'm sitting on my passenger side. No, I'm actually, everything's right. You know, left side. The steering wheel's on the left. And in America, we're not in British or Asia, or everything has to be... No, you know what I mean. This is America. You gotta be American. I'm just kidding. But hey, you know, peace, love, and chicken grease. And subscribe. Hit that like button. Hey, make some comments. Try not to be so negative, you know, because, hey, you know, I'm not perfect, especially when it comes to my spelling and sometimes my reading. I'm not very good at it. I have to I have to admit to it. I'm not very good at it. But I'm pretty good at to where I can understand stuff. You know, as long as I don't have to read to you, I'm fine. But I have to admit, when I'm trying to do YouTube, all that, and sometimes my spelling doesn't come out right. Growing up, you know, just say, after this I'm done. After that, growing up, speaking in a multi-language household. My dad spoke Korean and English. My grandmother spoke, his mom, God bless her heart, she's a doll, Korean. And her household spoke Korean. Although you can say that she's a very educated woman. She was a master educator. As I recall, she spoke at least 7 different languages. But I had a tough time speaking English Although speaking Korean, I know a little bit, but I just have a tough time knowing what I know now. Then speaking with the elders on my mom's side, they spoke just like Native Americans, especially in the South or Southwest, Arizona, New Mexico, spoke not just their native tongue, they spoke Spanish. That's how us, that side, they spoke Spanish and the native tongue. And I just had trouble doing that, so I could pick up, but don't ask me to translate. Then if I try to translate and pick up what they're trying to say, then explain to you English, I start to stutter. I will stutter. I will sit there then for a week. I will sit here and try to figure out what I need to say when I'm speaking to you in English. That's funny. I think it is, but hey, love, peace, and chicken grease. Catch you guys on the rebound. I hope you. Hey, you know what? I have to do a shout out to a particular driver that's out there, the Asia Maya Show. If anybody, your subscribers out there, watch them, or truck drivers watch them, and you see my video and stuff, little bear, little dog, say, hey, I'm trying. I just want to do a shout out to all you guys. A lot of you guys influence me in a good way, especially Asia Maya, that, ask questions, try to, on top of it, try to do my own YouTube. And my YouTube stuff will get better. I'm learning to talk to other people and ask questions. And I should start doing that to YouTubing. But catch you guys later. Later, Gator. But bye.